Well, here we are at the Heavy Horse Centre at Northcote near Spilsby. Bit of a windy day today. That sounds like a car alarm going off. And the first thing you see is chickens and hens wandering about the car park area. And the wind is blowing. That's the way in. And there's Keith Sanders, who used to run the place at the time we were visiting. He's now retired, but it's still being run just the same. He's looking a bit sheepish. Keith used to live on the premises. He was there all the time. We get a look at the horses. Some of the horses have passed away since we were there doing this film. And when you've had a few minutes walk around looking at the place, you then go into the barn or the stables, where Keith will then explain everything to you and continue with the tour. So it's over to Keith in the stables.
Most of them have been visitors, just like you, and they get the time off to come and look after horses. And not all of them are visitors because they haven't always got like a volunteer. Sometimes there's one person. It's difficult to put a programme with one person. So we split the days up so that some days each week go hello, we lost you. So we're open some days each week so you can see. Keep the children as close as you can. Hang on to the kids. When you go with the horses, it's important to know where they are because you don't let them run underneath and things like that. When we go into the shed, did you miss your seat? Did you miss it? The horses are running around loose. Now ladies, first of all you need to sort out which horse is appropriate for you. Good ladies. You need to be extremely good, dominant. You need to be extremely forceful. I'm trying to think about who might be the best with it. Have you got any children? Oh. Yeah, I guess you will do. I'm surprised you are much more children.
It's not bloody working. Well, this is an area where the ashes of two of the horses have been buried. Keith will explain about this.
And they broke all his fences down. a Suffolk Punch. His ashes are buried here. We only started this cemetery after 2001, when we could get the horses cremated after they died and bury the ashes here. Before that, the horses that died before that, some of them don't live as long as others, like humans. We had some horses come and died, fairly quickly for one reason or another. And so they had to be just taken away and incinerated. Normally, when they get older, just like us, they're on medication of some sort or other. You think you fight it for as long as you can, but normally you end up on a few pills. So they don't go through human or animal or that consumption. Now we're having them cremated. It's very expensive, but it's nice having them back here. Goliath was the first one. He died in 2001. He was the world's tallest horse at the end of his life. He was a bag of bones because during his early life, by the time he was 4, he was a physical wreck. His previous owners had worked him from 2 till 4 and virtually worked him out. He hadn't matured his muscles, his bones were funny shape, and he was rescued by young brewers from Wandsworth when he was 4 and taken in as a show horse. He didn't deliver beer, he just took part in all the big agricultural shows, had a wonderful time really. When he retired in 1992, then he started falling over. His horse's back legs, they're very much like your arms and things. They've got elbow bits, and they swing from the shoulder, and they've got sort of the ankle bits like the wrists. And Goliath then, if he fell over, his back legs wouldn't bend, and he was stuck with his legs stuck out like that, and laid on his side, and he couldn't move from there. So you boys and girls, when you go home, lay down on the floor, and your arms rigid, don't bend your arms, don't bend your legs, and try and stand up. It was difficult. And so he couldn't get up, so we built a crane for him and all kinds of things, and Goliath lived here for about 10 years. The Guinness people, we brought him to their attention in 1988, and by the beginning of 1989 we found out he was the tallest living horse still. So for the last year or two he had lots of adulation, which he duly deserved. So I think it's strapped than others because when he died, he was the first horse we had cremated, and they couldn't get him in the box, the ashes. So he came in 2 boxes. So he was buried in 2 halves. So even when he died, he had to be different to anybody else, which he was when he was alive. He was just a little bit smaller than Cracker. When I died, Cracker was the same size, and Cracker just put on half an inch since that time. Cracker won't go any more now. So that's Goliath. Admiral was a Suffolk Punch. Suffolks are very rare. They're Britain's original heavy horse. I'll tell you about them in a minute. Big Bonnie was Goliath's pal. He was a big whip-bred Shire horse. Solo was an old army horse in the Household Cavalry. Jupiter and Hebe were carriage horses, and they died more recently. So there we are. So this is our Garden of Remembrance. You have to give way to them. So we need you to walk in and just follow the building round to the left and so you're safe. But if you're stuck in the middle on the road or in a group, you'll get... If you stand to the side, you're okay. Don't stand in the middle though.
No.
They'll have your hat on. Years ago, he's got heavy horse blood though. He's got hairy legs. Shire horses in Britain, there's 4 kinds. There's the Shire horse, which is the most common, most popular one, and it's the most modern. There's the Clydesdale from Scotland, which is an older breed than the Shire horse. Both of those have got hairy legs. A bit like Tammy here, you see all the hair. There's the Persian horse, which is like Jacob here, and it hasn't got hairy legs. And there's the Suffolk Punch, which is Britain's oldest heavy horse, very, very rare today. In Lincolnshire in 1953, 38,000 Suffolk Punches worked on the farms of Lincolnshire. Today there aren't any. And in the whole world there's 275 Suffolks left, mares worldwide. It's only mares in Portland, with chaps aren't in the horse world really. So, unless it could work. So there's 275 mares left. They're the rarest animal on earth, bar none. Pandas, some of the striped rhinos, some kind of tigers and things are supposed to be rare. They're not in the same numbers, they're still in thousands. His owners were going to Australia, they couldn't sell him because in those hairy legs there's lots of little microscopic insects. They love it in there, it's warm and sweaty. And it's a job to control them. And they bite you, when the horses start walking, and then they break the skin, and then you get sores and ooziness and stuff like that. And that happened to Harvey. And so several different people have tried to cure his hairy legs, and he got oozy mess. Nobody could get too near his feet because he didn't like him doing it. And so he came here. He was a riding horse. He now drives on our wedding carriage. So he's a driving horse as well, and he takes part in our historical reenactment. Thanks, Jacob. Keep going, Jacob. So Harvey's an asset, and he was the last horse who'd actually got something physically wrong with him. This is Jacob. Don't let him intimidate you. Jacob, don't maybe you. Jacob. This is Jacob then. All Percheron horses begin like black. They change colour when they're about 3 or 4 years old. They start going greyer and greyer, dapple grey colours. This is your war horse. They're French. They're half Arab and half French heavy horse. If you have a chance to talk to him later, push his fur back, and you'll find that underneath this white fur, his skin is jet black. Still jet black. One or two stay black, but most of them go grey. So the Percheron is the most versatile heavy horse in the world. Jacob, you're just a bit intimidating. Jacob, just walk on with it. Walk on. Jacob, walk on with it. Absolutely. Just stop there. They like destroying things. He's going to sit on that bar. Here, once he's got time and back, he'll probably sit on the bar. He's getting a bit older now. He probably wants to support his back legs a bit. He's going to stop there now. He's not going to do any more music. Right, that's Jacob first. Sammy, the Shire horse then, he was one of the first ones to come. Sammy's an old-fashioned type of Shire horse. The Shire horse was created in 1878, a more modern type of heavy horse. The first one was created in the 8th century. 730 AD is when they come from. The Shire horse is modern. That's why this is United Armour horse, because they were around before William the Conqueror, 300 years before. This one is modern. So there couldn't have been Shire horses carrying knights in armour. Sammy then, 24 years old, he's a bay Shire horse. Shire horses come in grey, black and bay. Bays are like a sort of browny colour. He's got hairy legs obviously. He's too old to work now, so he's well retired. Who have we got here? On the other side we've got Cracker over there. On the other side of Sammy, Cracker is also a bay. It's a sort of Jacob, let's just put that on. Let's just put it the other way a bit. But you can't see past it. No, you can't see through it, can you? You're a bit internal. Can you walk over? Cracker's over here. Cracker's a dark bay Shire. He was the last horse that we actually bought. And the horse that came with Sammy was called Ebony. He died in, do stay back to the wall please, because if that horse hurdles forward, this flat here. Little girl in red, just stay back to the wall, okay. Cracker came in 1992 from Cricket St Thomas in Somerset. We bought him for £2,000. We needed a horse that could work and do things, because at that time quite a lot of them were creaky. And he's grown and grown. He's now 18, so he's getting quite old. We don't do a lot of work with him now. It's a bit more choosy what we do, because his legs are getting a bit more tired. The Cracker's 19.2 hands high, a bay Shire horse then. At the moment he's the tallest Shire horse anywhere. Behind Cracker is May, a grey Shire mare. She came in 2001 with her son William, who is here. So they came because her owner was here. And they were the beginning of a new type of horse coming to us. Nothing wrong with the horses, but the owner couldn't cope with them anymore because he was too old. William and May were living together, and William came, he was 7, and still living with his mum. Now horses and ponies, boys and girls, leave their mum when they're 6 months old. So if you boys and girls are over 6 months, you're still living at home, make the best of it. It doesn't last forever. You get sent out into the world sooner than you imagine, and it's more difficult. So William was living with his mum. He was about 7 years old, so he made him about 28 of it, if you want. Still living at home, never started work. So we got him working. We can ride him now, we drive him, and he works with his mum as well. And we do different jobs like Father Christmas, and we take the dray out and do jobs for people where they earn money for us to help pay the bills. And they're very good in Saturday. Wants restoring though. It's not very, I think it's only about 10 years old, and it's got a beautiful action. Because it's parked, and then the kid is going to get ponies. Now this is what we put them yesterday. We put Cracker and Magnus is over in the gate. So let's just have a look. Let's do the whole lot.
Well, I hope you got all that, because from now on it's hands on, and you'll see them brushing the horses down and eventually leading them back to their stables. This is the biggest penny you get. 14 by 2 hands over that with a horse. Okay? Right, so boys and girls with a grown up, and we need it. It's well actually to film Pauline, are you there? Can you go and help with the ponies? Graham, could you get me the brushes out of the feed in that white sock? Magnus. Pauline, here we go. They're off. They're coming with you. There we are. So, pony team, off you go. Oh, here we are. We better give that to you, and Pauline can get Magnus. Pauline, the little ones are jumping in Douglas. Magnus wants to be here. Just take him there for a minute. Okay. You get the ponies past you. Little ponies over here. Then come this way. Well, there's the Shetland ponies coming in for the children, so they can have a go at brushing them down.
To make sure they're listening to you, use their name. Make sure they know you're there. Sammy, are you listening? You should all be listening. Right, so don't creep up on the horse and just suddenly touch it. You'll be very lucky if he doesn't jump all over you. So make sure it knows you're there. Don't do anything unpleasant to the horse or pony. They can't say, "Oi, I didn't like that." They'll kick you. There's some more folks just coming up. Let's just get these in. Graham, can you get these folks inside and then recap on that? Cool. There we are. That's a big dandy brush. By the way, the brushes you want to use, if they don't get big, you'll flag up this one. The hair goes right down the brush to the bottom. It's no good. It's so expensive. Once you talk to your horse or pony, And what you're doing where you are, make sure your mouth's shut. Harvey, when you put people together, Harvey, let's just brush your lips. Harvey, and then down the multi now. Not that lot. But that's all, that's it on the year. So make sure you're not, especially for small people, there's nothing all over them. You won't be being told that I listen to me, just be honest words, because it's not a good idea to eat it. And it's very unpleasant. This is William and May in the middle. May be wary.
Well, you see, they're having a go, and the members of the public seem to like it. As well as the hands-on part of the programme, they do have a little bit of a show, and there's lots more that's not featured in this film that is happening, so you'd enjoy it if you went along and got involved. This was our second visit, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. So we're just coming to the end now, where they start taking these horses back to the stable. So you've enjoyed this little preview of what goes on at the Northcote Heavy Horse Centre.
Ja, und das ist was